Et salut à tous, ça va être Kof, j'espère que vous allez bien. On est là pour la react de du programme spécial de la 1.2 de Honkai Star Rail. Donc c'est parti. Perdons pas de temps.
Speak for yourself. You know, Albert, more interest aimless, given me a lot of time.
Ok, on va voir le trailer déjà. Ah, Kafka qui est recherché. Madame Kafka. Oh. Bon bah, let's go, hein, on va farmer hein, pour elle. Oh là là, elle est tellement stylée. Ok, un nouveau perso. Je sais pas qui c'est. Sachez, j'ai pas fait la zone. On va dire là après Bellurog. Ah oui, ça c'est ça c'est une nouvelle zone, j'imagine. Et ben madame est stylée la méchante. Ok, on a le premier code que je vous laisserai noter bien évidemment. Alors faites gaffe, hein, ça dure que 24 heures.
Good evening. I'm your buddy Albert and special program.
Même l'immortalité a une fin.
Voice Kafka.
Hey there, I'm Damon Mills and I voice Blade.
Hi folks, my name is Corey Landis and I voice Welt. Guys, it's great. Corey, your thoughts? Whoa, me already.
Non, ça c'est les papos. Puis enfin, on se prépare au combat.
I think we're one move away from a serious showdown here.
Agreed. It was cool to see some new environments and enemies too. I better get my team in order.
You're gonna need to, my friend. In version 1.2, the Xianzhou Lao Fu will face a setback that threatens the fate of the whole alliance. The Trailblazer will need to pass through various delves and arrive at the location of the sealed Ambrosial Arbor, where a decisive battle with the one responsible for the Stellaron disaster awaits. Not to mention, Don Hung finally gets reunited with the Astral Express crew.
Don Hung's journey has been longer than most could imagine.
Care to elaborate, Damon?
I didn't say anything.
Ah, come on, guys. Trying to get me fired here. Editors, cut that bit out. What was I gonna say? Oh, right. The story left off on a bit of a cliffhanger last time. It sure did. I mean, why did Jing Yuan deploy those forces? Who is he trying to...
Went anywhere.
Cut that out. Will be answered.
Je passe un peu pour pas trop que ça spoil.
Now, aside from Trailblaze mission updates, version 1.2 will see new characters coming aboard.
Kafka, Blade.
First on the scene,
Logique.
Blade.
Il est stylé en vrai, Blade.
I have a question for Damon. If, say, there were 5 people, would I be one of them?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. Don't look at me. I don't know anything about anything. Okay?
Well, I'm
Okay,
pretty sure I'm not one of the 5 people, but here is a fact for you. Whenever Blade gets scary, it's the Mara flaring up.
Isn't he
I should probably unpack that beside him.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. You know, most of the time, Bladey's a nice, quiet boy.
Totally. He's not a strong communicator, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure half my recording sessions have focused on 2 sounds. Number 1, Number 2,
I can believe that. Huh. It's strange that a lone wolf like him would want to team up with the Stellaron hunters. Unless Kafka's spirit whispered him into it?
Kafka was more of a go-between. The real reason Blade joined was because Elio promised him the outcome he desired.
Outcome? Meaning, vengeance? Look, a certain someone on the Express has been having nightmares about this guy.
Not just vengeance, a funeral.
A funeral?
his own, to be precise. Through unexpected circumstances, Blade became immortal. His body recovers from the worst of sicknesses and the gravest of injuries, even from death itself. Those bandages aren't for show. For Blade, immortality isn't a blessing. It's a curse that follows him wherever he goes.
Yikes. And I thought I had problems, huh? Well, let's talk more about Blade's backstory as things unfold. For now, let's take a look at what he's capable of on the
On
battlefield.
cherche à savoir.
Blade is a wind-type character, following the path of destruction. By consuming his own HP, he's able to deal greater damage to enemies. And I guess that's the risk you take when you're immortal.
Blade's skill consumes a set amount of his own HP and initiates Hellscape. While Hellscape is active, Blade deals greater damage, and his basic attack is enhanced from Shard Sword to Forest of Swords. While Shard Sword is a single target attack, Forest of Swords deals damage to multiple.
À plusieurs ennemis. Ah, c'est stylé.
I got a question. Can Blade still use his skill if his HP isn't enough to cover the set amount?
In that situation, when Blade uses his skill, his
s'il
HP
appuie assez
decreases to
point de vie
1.
tombe.
Ooh, that sounds a little dicey.
A bit. Well, there's a silver lining. When Blade's HP decreases, his talent is triggered, granting him a charge. When charges are fully stacked, Blade unleashes a follow-up attack on all enemies and recovers a set amount of HP.
C'est sympa.
When Blade unleashes his ultimate, his HP is set to 50% of his max HP, and he deals massive damage to a single target and adjacent enemies.
HP for damage, huh? Interesting. No wonder he's so indifferent to being healed.
And the more HP Blade loses, the more damage his
Ouais, ça va
ultimate
jouer sur
deals.
ses pertes de vie. C'est un peu comme avec Luka.
Blade's technique, Karma Wind, also consumes his HP and deals wind damage to all enemies after entering battle.
D'accord.
When it comes to taking damage, Blade should be more afraid of himself than his enemies.
This hurts me more than it hurts you.
Ooh. New ultimate line, anyone?
We can't let Blade steal the show. It's time to talk about another Stellaron hunter. His partner in crime, Kafka.
Ah. Tout le monde voudra Kafka dans tous les cas. Moi en premier.
Kafka's a familiar face at this point in the story. She was the first person the Trailblazers set eyes on, and meaning Kafka must have been there for the Trailblazers' first words. The first
Ah oui, c'est vrai qu'elle est éclair et elle a une habilité.
No wonder so many players are calling her
Je
out.
dirais
Okay. I don't think that's gonna get past the editors there, Albert. Look, what I am interested in is this. Since Kafka appeared on Herta Space Station, she's managed to implant the Trailblazer with the Stellaron, hijack the Express's signals, and draw the crew onto the Cienjo Fu. It almost feels like she has the Trailblazer's destiny in the palm of her hand.
It's like Kafka said, when it comes to scripts, the Stellaron hunters are seasoned professionals.
Well, that might be the case, but that's not to say the Trailblazers' choices aren't important.
D'ailleurs, quand on voit l'image à droite, ceux qui tiennent les parapluies, à gauche on a Silverwolf, à droite j'imagine que c'est Blade, vu les bandages.
Why did Kafka join the Stellaron Hunters?
Ooh. So, Kafka was born on Terriez 5, a planet that knows no fear. And literally, Kafka is unable to feel the emotion of fear, and therefore cannot comprehend the value of life. When Elio promised to bring about a change for her, she signed up without a second thought.
Now, for someone who can't feel fear, she's pretty great at making others feel it.
This scares you more than it scares me.
You want me to use my spirit whisper on him, Albert?
Yes. No. I mean, let's move on to Kafka's combat, shall we?
Oh, yes. I thought you'd never ask. So Kafka is a lightning type character
Ah,
following the
foudre,
path
cherchez
of
le mot,
nihility, and she can deal additional damage over time to enemies. Her skill deals lightning damage to multiple targets. If an enemy is afflicted with DOT, they receive an additional bout of DOT damage.
That is to say, if an enemy is already afflicted with DOT, they receive additional damage both during their turn and after Kafka's attack.
That's right. Not to mention, additional damage doesn't replace existing DOT. I mean, did you think Kafka was gonna take it easy on him? Come on. And separately, after an ally uses a basic attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack. Kafka's ultimate, on the other hand, deals lightning damage to all enemies with a chance of shocking targets and immediately dealing additional damage to those already shocked. Kafka's technique can attack all enemies within a set range and deals lightning damage to all enemies after entering battle.
How elegant.
Well, she likes elegant things, and there's a certain elegance to combat.
Kafka's abilities are kind of terrifying. Her enemies are like flies trapped in a web, slowly taking damage until...
Boom.
Ooh, hey, that was pretty good.
Yeah, from HP sacrificing maniacs and emotional sociopaths to the coolest kid on the block. It's time to introduce our next character.
What? Hey, that is a little harsh. Also, since when did Welt become the coolest kid on the block?
Think again. I'm talking about the born and bred Bellabog hero, Luka!
Oh, come on.
Ah ouais. Ah, lui sera un 4 étoiles. Ça c'est son ulti. Lui je pense ça va être cible unique.
So that's the guy on the light cone.
Il est physique
different on the light cone.
Luka is an underworld fighter that goes by the moniker Luka Strongarm. He's a member of Wildfire and apprentice to Oleg.
Wait, doesn't the underworld have a fight club? I guess that must be where Luka spends his time.
Oh, you better believe it. In fact, he's the Fight Club champion, and not only that, he's also a reliable operations consultant for the moles.
So he's with the moles, huh? Does Luka know he's a member?
Probably. The kids of the underworld look up to Luka in a big way. And the reason he fights is to set a good example of dedication and discipline. And speaking of fighting, let's take a look at him in action.
Luka is a physical type character following the path of nihility. After multiple attacks, he's able to launch an enhanced basic attack. His skill deals physical damage to a single target and has a chance of inflicting bleed.
And during battle,
Bleed,
Luka can
bizarre
obtain
pour un
fighting will through a variety of attacks. When fighting will reaches a certain number of stacks,
Luka's
basic attack is enhanced.
His enhanced basic attack deals 4 hits of damage, with the final hit
pas
dealing
mal.
additional damage to enemies currently inflicted with bleed.
kids today. No respect.
When Luka unleashes his ultimate, in addition to dealing damage, he also obtains fighting will, and there's a chance of increasing the target's damage received for a set number of turns.
D'accord.
And when your
Pas mal.
opponent's fist is the same size as your head, it's time to throw in the towel.
Yeah, well, it's the power of those punches that scares me. I mean, I'm sure having a robotic arm is also a big help, but I think Luka's strength lies in his love of the sport. Oh, and I almost forgot. When using his technique during exploration, Luka obtains fighting will after entering battle.
Oh, nice.
Does
Là,
this
ça
guy
fait qu'il
ever
peut
take a
déjà
break?
bien taper, quoi.
Well, it was great to start off the program with a character deep dive. Next up, it looks like we've got 2 brand new 5-star light cones coming
Ok, les
on
nouveaux cônes de
in
lumière.
version 1.2. Let's start with a Path of Destruction light cone, the unreachable side.
Oh, okay. Question. The Paradise Blade mentions in his ultimate line, is that where he's standing right there?
I don't know what paradise means to you, Corey, but a barren sword-filled wasteland isn't my idea of a vacation.
Speak for yourself. Here's a fun fact. Each of those swords had an owner, and Blade was the last one to see them alive.
Oh, whoa! So he killed them for their swords. Only a brutal, calculated, jealous mind could do something like that.
Stop! The maniac and sociopath segment is over. Moving swiftly onto a 5-star Path of Nihility light cone. Patience is all you need. Here, we see,
That's
a resident sociopath again.
Okay. Well, looks like Kafka's waiting for the main course to arrive there, huh?
What do you think's on the menu?
You wanna guess?
What are you looking at me for? Come on, nobody eats out, right? During the first phase of version 1.2 in the character warp, a lost soul, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character Blade. During the same phase, in the Lycon event warp, the drop rate
première
of the
phase c'est avec
5-star
Blade.
Lycon, the
Et j'imagine
unreachable
deuxième phase
side,
avec
will be
Kafka.
boosted. And during the second phase of version 1.2 in the
Ah, c'est
character
ça.
warp,
Moi, je vais économiser pour Kafka.
Trailblazers can
Hein.
obtain the
Pour moi, je vous
limited
dis.
5-star character Kafka and 4-star character Luka. And during the same phase, in the light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, patience is all you need, will be boosted. And that's a wrap on banners.
Ok.
Ooh, I need to lie down. Don't go anywhere, Trailblazers.
Ça, c'est le deuxième code. On va passer comme ça.
Blazers' decisive boss battle, they will need to pass through various delves. No surprise then, that 1.2 will unlock 2 new areas, the Alchemy Commission and Scale Gorge
Commission d'alchimie au royaume de la vie
Now,
secrète.
the
Ok.
Alchemy Commission. Is that where the Xianzhou makes its medicines, or...?
Ooh, you got it! The Alchemy Commission is one of the 6 commissions of the Lafu. And, for no prize whatsoever, can anyone name all 6?
Oh, yeah, let's see. The Alchemy Commission, the Divination Commission.
The Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, the Cloud Knights. Oh, shoot, what was that other one?
Drum roll, please. The Realm Keeping Commission.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
The Alchemy Commission used to focus their efforts on the way of immortality, but these days, it's all about medical research and treating diseases.
Now, the Trailblazer came face to face with some Alchemy Commission folks in Exalting Sanctum, but things seemed a little off.
I don't want to create more work for the editors, but I have a theory that the reason why that...
Adjacent to the Alchemy Commission lies Scale Gorge Waterscape, the realm of the videographer.
He's just ignoring us now.
We've got a lot to get through.
La nouvelle zone a
Where
l'air
was I?
sympa. Hein.
Along with the Alchemy Commission and Scale Gorge Waterscape, come new puzzles.
Seems like Trailblazers will face a lot of new challenges on the road to the Ambrosial Arbor. I can't wait.
Oh, Owlbert, are you making Corey read off the teleprompter?
Puzzles aren't the only new challenges Trailblazers will be facing in these areas. There are monsters afoot. First up, a creature of indomitable size and destructive power.
Le monkey.
Malefic ape.
Ah oui.
And next on the list, an entity rid of the burden of humanity that has remodeled itself in the way of immortality.
Qu'on va tuer.
Ascended. And finally,
Yen Ching? Why would the General's aides attack a Cloud Knight lieutenant?
all will be revealed in the version 1.2 story.
D'accord.
I think we skipped an enemy, Albert. You mentioned a boss lurking on the Cienjo Law Fu. Care for a sneak peek?
Oh, how could I forget?
Ça doit être la meuf. Ah bah oui. Oh, elle est stylée, hein. Ah, la pichenette.
Hold on to your hats, folks. It's Phantylie the Undying, wielder of the power of both the destruction and the abundance. In her first phase, she summons abundance lotuses which restore her HP and reduce the player team's skill points.
Weakening her enemies and strengthening herself in one fell swoop? Yikes.
That's why choosing the right moment to destroy those abundance lotuses is so important. Eliminating an abundance lotus recovers 3 skill points.
Well, you know, when you borrow something, you gotta give it back.
Now, in her second phase, Phantylie uses
Un
her
peu dommage, ça
destruction
spoil un
power
peu
to
ce qu'ils
summon
mettent.
destruction lotuses. These lotuses reduce ally max HP and when in bloom, deal damage to a single target.
So, should we just wait for them to stop blooming before we take them out?
No, I doubt the power of the destruction is as simple as that.
Oh, you're not wrong, Cheryl. When the lotuses aren't in bloom, their toughness doesn't receive damage. As such, Trailblazers should seize the moment when the flowers are open to break their weakness. And finally, in the third phase, Phantylie goes golden. What terrible trick does she have up her sleeve? I'm afraid Trailblazers are gonna have to wait to find out.
I'm curious, where did Phantylie even come from? How come she can use the powers of the abundance and the destruction?
I hate to be that guy again, but all will be revealed in the version 1.2 story.
Anyone here getting deja vu?
Deja vu.
I can't go spelling all the beans. When the main story combat draws to a close, Phantylie the Undying will join the Echo of War and drop the advanced trace materials required for Blade, Kafka, and Luka.
Ok.
Regret of Infinite Okama.
And a quick reminder, Trailblazers, Echo of War has a limited number of weekly rewards, so don't forget to plan ahead.
Also, in version 1.2, Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Celestial, is arriving, which drops the brand new character Ascension Material, Ascendant Debris. This is also the Ascension Material required for Blade.
Okay,
Well,
Blade,
if I'm not mistaken, it's time to talk about version 1.2 events.
Ah, ça c'est un
I've
peu
been
plus
waiting for
intéressant.
this segment. Let's start with Tales of the Fantastic. The crisis on the Cienjo La Fu has subsided, and the feats of the Nameless can be heard on every street corner. Starskiff Haven storyteller, Mr. Cien, is interested in the Astral Express's tale, eager to work his storytelling magic.
Oh, yeah, the storyteller. I'm familiar with him. I
qu'est-ce qu'on fait?
wonder what he'll editing bring.
He's given us a set of protagonist models.
Fiche de
Protagonist
personnage.
models? What's that?
I hear it's kind of a magical object invented by one of the scriptwriters at the Immersion Club. It industrializes the scriptwriting process. As long as you follow its
C'est
guidance, you'll be able to
une équipe.
captivate an audience with your storytelling. To unleash the full potential of the protagonist models, the Trailblazer must accompany Mr. Cien into the past and visit historical battle locations. Now, the name might be a little dull, but don't underestimate the protagonist models. Different combinations have different effects. Once the
sont vraiment des
protagonist
effets.
models have been properly refined, Legend of the Trailblazer can be a runaway hit.
Oh, this sounds like a fun event.
Well, there's more where that came from. The next event is called Underground Treasure Hunt. The underworld appraiser, Bellaway the miner's lamp, is making a comeback.
They say that in Belobog's great mine, ancient ruins have been discovered where many rare treasures and relics are waiting to be identified. There exists a
Ok. Je
Hunters
sais un
must
peu
steel
d'abord.
themselves and explore sealed areas in
Ah, il y a
order
des
to
équipes.
progress deeper into the ruins.
I'm sure these sealed areas are full of hidden treasures, but there's always a catch.
Dès que
Surprise and
genre on
danger
doit
rolled
avancer
into
de
one.
case par
I'm sure
case,
Kafka
ouais.
would get a kick out of this.
Treasure hunters will need endurance, courage, and insight if they want to succeed. It's almost certain that the sealed areas
Ah, le but
will
c'est de
contain
tout trouver
enemies.
quoi.
But supplementary items and keycards to other sealed areas are the secrets to progression.
This is a solo mission,
Ah oui,
right?
les
It
bonhommes,
sounds like a
les sortes de
tough
démons, ça
challenge
va
to
être les
take on
ennemis ça.
alone.
Oh, they won't be alone. During exploration, treasure hunters can be sure to run into familiar faces.
Let's hope that we're happy to see them.
So do
Peut-être,
treasure
peut-être
hunters
pas.
get any kind of special rewards?
Ah, of course! In the underground treasure hunt event, aside from the usual stellar jade, treasure hunters can obtain the themed Where's the Rabbit chat box.
Isn't the
D'accord.
rabbit in the chat box?
It's a treasure chest. What I'm trying to say is, the theme of the chat box is called Where's the Rabbit?
Okay. So the rabbit's in the treasure chest, right?
In version 1.2, the message and chat box functions will be enabled for the first time. Trailblazers can obtain and swap between chat boxes.
Ah.
And I'm not just talking about the friend chat screen. I'm talking about the game's character interaction chat boxes too.
Oh, I love the rabbit design. It seems like something Clara would like too.
So cute.
Yeah, so cute.
Do you think Svarog could have designed it for
Oh.
her? Maybe?
Interesting thought. Safe to say that chat boxes will continue to get updates. Trailblazers will be able to view and swap between those they already have, as well as view those they've yet to obtain. On to the next event. Where are you, Mystery Trotter?
This really is the version of missing creatures, isn't it?
The good news is, all of them can be found. Regan of Bellabog has come across a new scientific research gadget. Homemade sensor number 223. The device is able to detect mysterious coordinates that display abnormal readings.
I recognize that abnormal reading. Isn't that just a trotter?
Oh no, don't tell me that we have to fight it. I mean, sure, it's a little scary, but it's cute, right?
If I told you it dropped stellar jade, would that change how you feel, maybe?
Yeah, that thing's bacon.
Yeah. Sorry.
You know what's tastier than bacon?
What?
Forgotten Hall updates! In version 1.2, the
Oh,
brand
il y a un
new
personnage
memories
à
of
gagner.
Xianzhou, the Voyage of Novice Trigger, will be arriving.
Yeah, now we're talking.
That's not all. After clearing the Forgotten Hall Memories of Xianzhou Stage 1, Trailblazers can obtain the 4-star
Ouais,
character
voilà, Yukong
Yukong.
cherchez. Donc.
In addition to the Forgotten Hall, the simulated universe will also be receiving an update
Ah, le monde
in the
7,
form
avec
of
Arta à
World
gagner.
7. And the brand new planar ornaments, Ruchlin
Des
Tarina
ornements.
and Broken Keel will be added to the World 7 immersion device.
Wow.
And the ride
Qui vont le
doesn't
taux de
stop
crit,
there
je
either.
vois.
In version
vais pas t'en
1.2's Planar Fisher event, Trailblazers that successfully challenge the simulated
façon, on verra ça,
universe
quand
can
on fera
obtain
le
a
live,
set
bien
amount
évidemment.
of double planar ornament rewards. Meanwhile, in the Alchemy Commission's Cavern of Corrosion, Trailblazers can obtain the brand new Cavern relics, Longibus
D'accord.
Disciple and Messenger Traversing Hackerspace.
Pour récupérer tout ça, max
And
HP,
finally,
la
in
vitesse.
1.2's Realm of the Strange event, players that successfully challenge the Cavern of Corrosion can obtain a set amount of double Cavern relic rewards. And
Buddy, we gotcha. Strange woman and for I have
Ah,
touched
des
the
missions de
sky
compagnons
will be
de
arriving.
Yukong et de
In a
Kafka,
letter
donc
from
ça
a
c'est cool.
strange woman, the Trailblazer will receive a request from Kafka. As for how the Trailblazer should respond, I only have one thing to say. When you have a chance to make a choice, make one that you know you won't regret.
all will be revealed in version 1.2. Sorry.
Isn't he supposed to be passed out?
I think someone's playing sound bites. I should say a little something about the other companion mission. In For I Have Touched the Sky, an accident has occurred in Stargazer Navalia. When the Trailblazer investigates, they find a girl in trouble. Who could she be? And what secrets could Yukong be hiding?
Thanks for watching Keeping Up with Star Rail.
Hey, sound guy. A little early on that one.
Before we bring things back to a close here, let's talk about the ever-popular reward events. Version 1.2 will see the return of the gift of Odyssey check-in
Ça
event.
c'est cool.
During the event, as long as Trailblazers log in for 7 days, doesn't have to be consecutive, they can acquire 10 Star Rail special passes.
Yes, I love a check-in event. Yes, let's do it.
That's exciting.
Can somebody get Corey some water, please?
Et le dernier code que je vous laisse noter, bien sûr. Et là, c'est la fin, j'imagine.
Last time.
Ok.
The crew.
C'est la fin. Donc, de toute façon, là, ils sont en train de papoter. Attends, on va laisser ça.
Calling for the capture of the stealth coming cosmic refreshment supplies event. We'll announce the whereabouts of the outlaws in due time and are asking for your assistance in bringing them to justice.
Global Event. D'accord, ok. Bon, bon, c'est vrai, j'ai pas trop forcément discuté, je pense. C'était juste pour regarder tout, mais en vrai, non, ça a l'air plutôt cool. On a une 1.2 avec une quête histoire qui a l'air plutôt pas mal, avec la fin de l'immortalité, tu vois. Même l'immortalité, une fin, ça va être plutôt con. On va avoir des... Bah, je veux dire, elle a l'air stylée comme combat de boss, etc. Donc ça, après, bon, bien sûr, on a les autres events qui nous ont montré. C'est surtout ça, le gros truc, hein. C'est vraiment une 1.2 avec une grosse, on va dire, une quête histoire, si on peut dire ça, je veux dire, dans l'histoire principale. C'est la suite de l'histoire principale. C'est surtout ça, hein, dans la présentation, avec Blade et Kafka, les deux nouveaux persos. Mais voilà, après, on a les petits events, bien évidemment, pour farmer les jattes stellaires. Mais voilà, sinon, la grosse nouveauté, c'est ça. Et en vrai, ça va pas mal. Après, moi, j'ai pas encore fait Loup au Fou. Moi, j'ai juste terminé Bellobog. Donc, bien évidemment, de toute façon, la semaine pro, au moment où je vous parle, la semaine pro, je vais faire mes lives pour continuer et essayer de rattraper tout ça. Parce que c'est vrai que j'ai du retard. Mais bon, avec Zelda, FF16 et tout ça qui sont sortis, c'était impossible de caler un stream là-dessus. Donc voilà. En tout cas, si la vidéo vous a plu, n'hésitez pas à lâcher un pouce bleu et à vous abonner. On se retrouve pour de prochaines vidéos. Et sur ce, je vous remercie à tous. Des bisous, à la prochaine. Ciao, ciao.